What do you think about the President Trump also tweeting? Is it reckless or is it a new way to communicate with the voter?
I think it's reckless. I think it's reckless. I think he often undermines the message that other people who work for him are trying to get out. So very often it's like last week when he said that, I forget if this was a tweet or not, but last week he said he was going to have a health care bill that was going to come up this last week, and people who should be working on the health care bill didn't know what he was talking about and didn't think it was ready. And so I think it's reckless, number one, and especially the ones that he does early in the morning, I think, before any of his advisors or family members have been able to talk to him. I think when he first gets up, I think he's one of those people who wakes up in a very crappy manner. And I think then he'll start watching the television and something on TV will make him mad. And then he'll look for his smartphone to start tweeting. And I think oftentimes it just makes the rest of the world more nervous.
Yeah, it's gonna make America scared.
I think not only America's scared, I think it makes the whole world scared,
Yes.
you know?
So would you like our final question?
Yes, I would like the final question.
What do you think of Trump's hair and his constant dyeing of it orange? Do you like the comb over, or do you find it creepy for a 70-year-old man?
I have always found it creepy, number one. Number two, sometimes it's orange, sometimes his face is orange and his hair is yellow. And sometimes his face is more yellow and the hair is more orange. And I don't understand it. And I also think, someone told me, and I'm not sure if it's true, but it could be, that the reason why he wants Ivanka to be in the White House is because she's the person who combs his hair. And wouldn't that be weird? If he was giving her an office in the White House just so she could comb his hair in the morning before he goes out, and also that I think he does makeup in the morning himself. That also seems very odd, but then almost everything he does seems odd. Don't you think so?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Any other questions?
Do you think Trump has connections with Russia?
Yes, I think he does. Not only do I think that he has some connections. What we don't know is whether or not those connections were exactly tied to trying to undermine the election in November. And we also know that a lot of people he's very close to, his former campaign managers, members of his family, they also have connections to Russia, but what haven't been proved yet is whether we have a sense that Russia intended to undermine the election.
Yeah.
Then we have a sense that Trump and people close to him have connection with Russia. What we haven't done is those two things have not been connected yet, that Trump or people around him have interacted with the Russians to undermine the election. But if that were proved, that would be a very damaging thing.
And then Donald Trump was getting in trouble for this, so he made this new rumor that Obama tried to wiretap him. So, now,
Even Republicans, I think that's pretty silly.
I know.
You know, even I think even people in his family think that was pretty silly to say. And again, that was one of those early morning tweets when nobody was around to tell him not to do it. But let me ask the two of you a question. Because you will be, long after I'm gone from the earth, you two will be around here, and your siblings, you'll be around here and you'll be running the world and controlling things. What scares you most about Trump?
Well, the EPA being disfunded
Yeah,
for our future,
yeah,
I want our people to have clean air and
yeah,
water
yeah,
that's clean to drink,
yeah,
and I don't want icebergs melting. That's gonna
right,
make the sea level rise.
yeah.
I
And
think anything he does to North Korea will kind of challenge the fate of America because a lot of people are estimating 4 years for them to be able to make a nuclear missile to hit America.
mhm.
So if he does anything in those 4 years he has left,
Mhm.
I don't think it's going to turn out well for America.
Mhm.
or for-
How did you two get interested so much in politics? And how do you, now I see we have newspapers and magazines on the set. How did both of you, do both of you read a lot, or do you watch a lot on television, or do you go to the internet, or what's your primary source of finding out what's happening in the world?
CNN.
CNN, okay.
Reading.
Reading, okay, very good, wonderful. Okay, anything else?
No, thank you for being a guest on our second episode of Political Fight.
Well, it is my honor to be here, and you both do a very good job. And I wish you a long run on this project and think it's going to do very well.
And that's our show. Thank you for coming, Scott.
My honor.